Thinking about retiring but tired of all the places everyone talks about? Let me introduce you to a country that's not only affordable and beautiful, it's underrated too. I'm talking about Colombia. I've spent years on years here, living in the big cities and even in the small rural towns. And if you're 45 or already retired, you might be surprised at how ideal Colombia really is. In this video, I give you 5 compelling reasons why Colombia is ideal for retirement, and I'll share some insider details that most people gloss over.
Your retirement budget goes a long way.
If you're retiring on Social Security or a modest pension, Colombia offers you real value without having to sacrifice comfort. In many mid-sized cities such as Bucaramanga, Manizales, or here where I am in Pereira, you can rent a clean, secure, furnished apartment for $300 to $800 per month. And I'm not talking about some run-down dump. I mean a nice place, maybe even with a view, a balcony, and security. Utilities could be from $40 to $60 a month. A housekeeper once a week, $15 to $20. Imagine eating out every day and not breaking the bank. You can have a full meal, which includes the soup, the main course, and the juice for $2 to $4 in most local places. Even fancier restaurants with wine, a nice atmosphere, something that reminds you of back home, rarely will be above $10 to $15. If you live in California or New York, this might sound like a fantasy, but it's real and I have lived it.
There is high-quality healthcare that won't drain you.
One of the top questions I get from retirees is, what about healthcare? And let me tell you, Colombia is on the top of this and it delivers. Whether you're paying out of pocket or you're using Colombia's public system, the EPS, it's surprisingly accessible. You can see a doctor for $30, a dentist clean my teeth for $25. Blood tests can be around $10. It doesn't seem real, right? Many hospitals are internationally accredited, especially in bigger cities like Medellin and Bogota. And here's what most people don't realize. You don't need to be a resident to access private healthcare. You can literally walk into a clinic, be seen within an hour, and walk out without a surprise bill. In my case, I contacted my dentist at night on WhatsApp, and he let me in less than 12 hours later. Also, prescription medications are often available over the counter, and they're way cheaper. The only thing you might miss could possibly be the English-speaking doctors. However, in many of these private clinics, there are quite a few English-speaking staff, especially in expat-frequented areas such as Medellin, Bogota, here in Pereira, and Pinares.
There is spring-like weather all year long.
Everyone talks about Medellin, and for a good reason. The climate is absolutely perfect there. Mid to high 80s Fahrenheit in the daytime and mid 60s at night. No AC and no heating needed. But Medellin comes with the price of tourist noise, gringo inflation, and a fast-growing digital nomad scene, which, if you like that, great, but some people don't. In my case, I like the less exploited, less discovered places like Pereira, where I am now. It has more or less the same weather as Medellin, although it's a bit rainier and it's around the same altitude. However, there's way less tourists and a much more relaxed vibe. It's in Colombia's coffee triangle called the Coffee Axis. It's surrounded by green hills and mountain views. You get all the perks: cleaner air, modern infrastructure, and excellent healthcare, but with a calmer rhythm of life.
There's a culture that values older people.
Here's something I'm really noticing in Colombia. Colombia treats older adults with a lot of respect. Not just tolerance, actual respect. In buses and public places, there are seats reserved for the elderly, called the tercera edad in Spanish. Clerks, waiters, even teenagers often address you with polite titles such as Don for men or Doña for women. You'll often see elderly folks either dancing in plazas, playing chess in a nice park, chatting in groups, or taking part in city-sponsored activities. If you're over 60 in North America, you might feel invisible. Here, you're embraced as part of the community. And if you're retired or still active, Colombia offers an abundance of things for you to do. You can join hiking groups, language exchanges, which is what I do, cooking classes, or even community dance nights. Retirees aren't pushed to the margins here. They are integrated. That sense of belonging really matters, especially as we age.
There's a built-in community that is not just digital nomads.
Sure, you'll meet your fair share of 20-somethings with their laptops, or 37 with his laptop. But Colombia isn't just a digital nomad hotspot. It's quietly becoming a retirement destination. There's a growing number of Americans, Canadians, European retirees that are living in places like Santa Marta, Pereira, and even smaller places like Armenia. While some prefer staying under the radar, I've met many expat retirees that go to lots of language exchanges or even take Spanish classes like my buddy Rob here, to join walking groups or even cooking classes. Many cities even offer expat services, English-speaking lawyers, real estate agents, and relocation specialists who work specifically with people that are 55 and above. One great example of that is my close contact, Maria Jose. You can check out the video of her giving us some good tips and information about relocating and the visa you need as a retiree.
Contact me before you even come to Colombia. I will let you know what is the paperwork and all the requirements that you need to meet. If you have any questions or something that you want to discuss about the process of moving to Colombia, please contact me. I will be happy to help you.
Where you can check out Erin's story here, where she talks about her experiences in Colombia and offers some tourist packages as well. So even if your Spanish is a work in progress, you don't have to go it alone. And the fiber optic internet you can find here is many times better than what we have back home at a much lower cost, so that you can make those video calls with the grandkids back home very easily. So, would I recommend Colombia as a retirement destination? Absolutely. If you are looking for comfort, culture, and value, this is the place for it. Remember, no country is perfect. What works for me may not work for everyone. That's why in my next video, I'm sharing 5 reasons why Colombia might not be the best place for you to retire. If you've got questions about retiring Colombia, living costs, or how to get started, drop those in the comments because I read every one and respond to as many as I can.